What on earth is that? It's a Journey into Comics Network production! All aboard!
I brought my pencil. What do you wanna do with your life? Walk on home, boy. Yeah. Like anything gets to say like you did before. Make it ring, make it bleed, make it really.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Rank 'em All, Between the Buried and Me edition. I'm your host, Nick Maxon, sitting here in the studio with a slew of dudes. There are dudes. We've got Dr. Dongo, MD.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
What'd you do last night?
Hung out with you guys.
Oh yeah, you did.
It was a good time.
It was
a good time.
I drank drinks.
I drank some drinks too.
Drinks were had.
Maybe more than a handful, but not quite 2 full handfuls.
I had 3 cans
I had
and
6
shots.
or 7 drinks plus shots. So maybe I did have 2 handfuls. Look at me go.
Being the one that served you, I would say it was 2 handfuls.
Really? 10, more than 10? It wasn't more than 10. With shots included.
3 galaxies. You had 4.
I tried all the drinks.
4 bombs total.
I bet when we don't need to actually break this down.
Thank God, because I don't have a
bartender
fucking
never
clue how
tells.
much I had.
Except this time.
I think I had 3 or 4 bombs and then a mini beer.
Anytime I saw other people doing bombs, like I'd look over and be like, we need some over here.
You really
Every
did too.
time.
You really did.
Every
Yes,
time.
you did.
There's something I see and you're like, I need one of those.
You
Yeah,
fucking
those need to happen.
at the beginning you pulled a fucking Skylar Redmond and was like, I need some shots, or I need some bombs, like 100 bombs.
Yeah. I try to get Brett to give me 100 bombs. I
How
said
many
all
bombs?
at once. I want them all right now. There's like 11 of us here.
Hey, do you guys want to do shots?
Get
Like 5
ready.
shots?
Get ready.
Chop chop.
Line them up, boys.
Chris is here, and he was also there.
Yes, I am here, and I was also there.
How did you bowl? I see you were bowling.
The first game sucked, but then I pulled off a 181 after.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So then I went and celebrated by drinking more alcohol.
Good. We
Hell
will
yeah.
not discuss how many handfuls you had.
Nice.
I don't know.
I know. I assumed that's not usually good, but good to
Yes.
do. But
Yeah.
we don't need to get into it. Okay.
Yeah. Let's
Brett,
just leave it at that.
Hello.
you are here, and you were there.
I was there. I was.
You were legally obligated to be there.
Well, I
not
was
legally, but-
contractually.
Yeah,
Contractually
contractually. Yeah,
obligated.
that's what I meant.
So Brett has the clearest picture of how many handfuls each and every one of us drank last
Yes.
night. But we will not discuss any further.
Say I was there for the festivities, but I was the dealer in said festivities. So
Slinging them out.
slanging drinks.
It was fun.
It was a good night.
It was Mr. Pelot, Chris Pelot's birthday. 33, I
Sir
believe.
Christopher Pelot.
My lion of Pelot, I call him. he really likes that.
I had someone mistake me for him when we were walking up into
What?
Kirby's. Yeah. So now the tables have
that doesn't
turned.
make sense.
There is
That
there
makes
is
sense.
the old story of my manager thinking Pelot was me and talked to him for 15 minutes when I worked at Grindstones.
You do look like I feel like we both got that quality where we're just a couple degrees separated from
Yeah.
looking like a lot of people.
So I was walking up to the bar and I got out of the car and the dude had already said hi to Chris inside. He's like, Pelot, where you going? As I was like getting out of my car and walking around it to walk up to him, I'm like, I'm not Pelot. And he's like, oh shit, you're not. He's like, and he turned around and Pelot was literally right behind him in the window at Kirby's.
I guess you guys have, do you both have the glasses?
Both have the glasses.
Long flowing hair.
Yep. His is a little more wavy than mine.
It is. Okay, Zach Davison, you
Yes.
are here today.
I
You
am
were
here.
also there last night.
I was.
So I heard through the grapevine.
yes, I left earlier in the night.
Yes.
I
Kind
did.
of shocked me.
Somebody
Not that I
wanted to be
expected you
prepared.
to be like a rager that last night, but like when you're like, I'm heading out, I'm like,
Zach doesn't
Yeah, I was
Zach
tired.
doesn't seem to get nearly as turnt.
Mm.
as often as we do. Zach's got the most common sense.
I try not
think.
to.
He's able to go, I've had enough. I'm going to go home now. Whereas that line gets a little blurrier for some of us.
See, for me, when it's like when I've had enough, I just stop drinking, but I still hang out.
See, that's the thing. If I
I don't know. I don't
will
know.
drink more.
I don't know
so
when
I
to
can't
leave. That's my
sometimes.
problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were opening this one up by discussing our alcoholism. Just kidding. It's not a problem.
We
Today-
haven't figured
Hey, you
out.
can fuck off, okay?
We are diving into the 8th studio album by Between the Buried and Me, Automata I. This came out in 2018. It was done by none other than Mr. Jamie King. This follows up Coma Ecliptic, and I got some good things to say about it. Pretty decent.
First one on Sumerian, I believe.
It is. It is. You are correct. Yes, it is. This is part 1 of 2 parts. Although it is hinted at in the little book Tommy put out for the albums that this may not be the end.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So
Didn't
there
realize
could there could be an Automata 3 out there somewhere in the ether. 35 minutes, 6 songs, 1 instrumental, couple long boys. It's another concept album. I'm not nearly as familiar with this one as I am with some of the others.
Right.
It's about this guy who's got some mental issues. So a company called Voice of Trespass brings him in, and they're able to, like, while he's sleeping, like, record and broadcast his dreams,
Mm-hmm.
and then they push it out like a TV show.
By the
So-
company called the Voice of Trespass.
The company is called Voice of Trespass, which is kind of cool.
Right.
So that's the gist of it.
Sounds like not a good company.
Yeah.
No, they're not very good.
Even just the name.
No.
Like if you
if you break it down,
would you like to come in for a consultation at the Voice of Trespass? Fuck no.
no, I don't
Check
think
out
I
their
do.
Yelp reviews and see how that goes.
Y'all don't seem very inviting.
Oh no.
No. Oh. Okay. I don't. We got the same crew again. Tommy, Paul, Dan, Dusty, Blake. Man, I was like, oh, I'm running out of gas here. Additional personnel. Who else we got? Cameron McManus on the trombone and baritone sax. Jonathan Wiseman on the trumpet. Corey Myers doing all the art. They did have the artwork. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe look at it harder.
Fucking Jens Bogren on mixing and mastering. That's awesome.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Who is it?
Jens Bogren. I believe he's worked with Meshuggah.
Do Opeth, Demi
yeah.
Burger, Sepultura. Wow.
Enemy.
At the
Holy
gates.
shit.
He's got he's big.
Whoa.
Good God.
Holy shit.
He's a special. I'm pretty sure he's known for his drum sound and his guitar sound.
Man, Dark Tranquility. I haven't listened to them in
Yeah.
a long time.
Every single
Baby
band on that
metal
list is
is
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's worked on all these fucking awesome people. I guess I've not listened to much
James
baby
LaBrie.
metal, but I don't know.
But they're huge. And I mean,
Yeah.
they write some
Do
fun
they-
songs.
Do they do? Is it like? I don't even want to say. I know what the vocals sound like, but I want to. In my head, it sounds like Dragon Force-y, like the
Some songs, yeah.
some of
Kinda,
the songs,
yeah.
like the.
One of the guys that plays guitars also
Instrument.
does some like actual screaming in
Okay,
the
cool.
vocals. So there's
All right,
there's some
we will-
heavier.
I will-
there's some
I'll
heavier
check out.
lyrics.
I'll check out some baby metal.
It's just a fun, upbeat metal to listen
Oh, yeah.
to.
Mhm.
Honestly,
I've listened to a song or two, like when it first came out. They
I
have-
mean, a lot of
I think
people
I've
dog
ever
on it, but
listened
hey,
to 'em.
these fucking girls are out there doing something with their lives while y'all are sitting on the
I
couch.
have never heard of baby metal.
They're fun, almost K-poppy in the sound like of their vocals, like, but
Okay.
it's 3 girls and they sing. Like one song is "Give Me Chocolate," but it's over some actual riffage metal with one
so
dude
it's the
doing
vocals
some
that do it.
fucking
It's the
vocals.
vocals that
It's hard. It's hard to get into sometimes, but
it's also like I kind of like that style of music. I don't really like listen to it regularly, but I like the
Upbeatness.
the
it's real
upbeatness,
fun to be
yeah.
driving with your windows down in the summer, blaring baby metal, and just stare at the car next to you as you're headbanging to it. Just really getting into it, and this car's looking at
You're
you
just sending off so many vibes.
Yeah,
Is that
it's
what gets
real.
you off?
It's real fun to watch cars roll up their windows when you pull up next to them.
That's
at a
always fun.
stoplight.
Okay. Well, without further ado, shall we jump into Automata 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Song number 1, Condemned to the Gallows. It's a good song. I like it. It's it says the phrase "condemned to the gallows" a lot.
A lot.
And that's okay. It's a cool phrase.
They want you to know.
It's a cool line.
He says it. He screams it.
I do like that breakdown part when he's like singing it, and then it's just the "Goddamn," like when he comes in and the guitar just chugs
Breakdown.
along with
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I do like
it's pretty
that.
good.
I feel like it kind of they went back to their roots a little bit with their first 2 albums and went a little more hardcore with that part.
I like that. I like that this was the first song coming off of Coma Ecliptic, because I remember listening to this and being like, "Okay,
Gives
like,
me-
I like Coma for what it
Yeah,
was,
we're
but we are getting back to business, boys."
It
We
gave me
are-
a lot of hope for the album.
yes.
It gave me a lot of hope for the album, that's for sure.
I really like it. My only note about it was that it really has a little bit of everything except a really sick guitar solo.
Yeah.
Which I'm just a sucker for, and man, feels like it's been so long, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
boy, I need you to do something just that blows my fucking mind away. I need a Selkies, I need a White Walls. There's so many good solos. They've got so many good solos.
Oh yeah.
But not in Condemned at the Gallows. That being said, I still gave it a 9. I'm a fan of Condemned at the Gallows. Anyone else have anything they want to add before we get to ranking these bad boys?
No, that's not for me.
Yeah, it's a very good it is a very good song coming off Coma. I love Coma, and it was still good to see them getting back to some heavier stuff.
Yeah, and definitely a
So-
good way to remind us back. Hey guys, we're still
Mhm.
between the Buried and Me.
So for me, this was like the first song I heard post Parallax.
Mm.
So because I completely skipped Coma originally, not for this obviously,
Mhm.
but so hearing that I was like, this is pretty sick. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, and I remember the first time I heard it, it was on the way home from Indiana Brewing Company, that Weeby
Mhm.
show, and you were like, hey, do you want? I have the new Between the Buried and Me CD. Do you want to just jam it on the way home? Yes,
Sure
yes, I
do.
do.
Be nice.
So
That was a good day.
it was.
That was a good day. Brett, what do you give? 1 to 10.
8.5.
8.5. That's healthy.
It was. It's a very healthy song. Like I said, I enjoyed it. This is one of those I can actually go to and listen to by itself,
Yes.
Yeah.
which I feel like this album is to me quite a bit. Like, I don't find myself wanting to listen to the whole album. I pick 2 songs. So that's just me.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Zach.
I think I also gave it a 9 as well. You know, it's a solid song. Definitely one of the more enjoyable songs for me personally on this album.
Yes.
I mean,
It's a short album.
I
34
really-
minutes, 6 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I like the album in general. I really did. Like,
Me too.
maybe I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it as opposed to P1 or Parallax 1, Parallax 2, or Colors, or et cetera, et cetera,
3
et cetera.
albums I will probably pick before this. At
Yeah.
least 3 or 4.
7.
But and I do appreciate the album in general, and I can get behind it.
Yes, for sure.
I found myself grooving the entire time. So
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Dick,
9.5.
9.5.
Ooh.
Damn.
I love this
Woo!
song.
Raise that bar. All right.
higher.
Just a touch, not much, but a touch. Chris, what do you think about Condemned to the Gallows?
9.
9.
Pretty solid all around.
Middle of the road.
Actually, even 9. Dick's 9.5 and Brett's 8.5, if I'm not mistaken.
We're right there. It is the middle of the road. All right, song number 2. We dive into House Organ. It's a fun little ditty. There's not a whole lot to it.
It's a shorty but a goodie.
Yeah. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it, really.
No, I don't. It didn't feel like there was a whole lot of substance.
It feels like a transition into Yellow Eyes.
Yeah.
A long transition into Yellow Eyes.
I do
That's just me.
like the deep guitar tones that repeat throughout the song a couple times. I really enjoyed this song. It's one of the ones I like more than others. So I kind of lost what I was gonna say there. I enjoy it.
Yeah, you
It
got when
wasn't bad.
you started trailing off when you said I
did.
kind of like it the second time, and I was like, yeah, you just said that.
Tell me about
I
it.
know. I know.
Good story, Brett.
But I
So-
feel you. I feel you.
So Brett, that being said,
I'm still on the wake up train.
yeah. What do you give? What do you give House Organ?
7.9.
7.9. I gave it an 8.5. I still liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Zach,
I think I only gave it like an 8, honestly. Like it just didn't have a whole lot there to it. Like just I wanted more. Like I think Brad, did you mention like House Organ and Yellow Eyes almost could have been one song?
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
No.
I did just say
No,
that I
you-
thought.
I never said that.
At one point, no. For a little bit of background, at one point, it's like I feel like 2 of the songs could be like one song.
Yeah.
No, I just couldn't remember which one
I
you
said,
said.
Probably
I said
the,
Gold Entrance could have just been.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that is what you said.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Well then,
That's a spoiler, guys.
sorry.
jumping
Yeah,
ahead
not
of
a detailed
myself.
one.
8.5. This was a fun song. I enjoyed jamming this one.
Same. I also did enjoy jamming.
At one point, we were jamming it at the same time.
Oh, yes, this is the one.
Uh-huh.
I got on Spotify to listen to it, and I've got the little thing up in the corner that tells you what your friends are listening to. And Brett was listening to the same song, same time.
And it was House Organ.
This song, this.
I'm curious to
Little
know.
lady.
I'm curious to know if we
Aw.
were close to the same part of the song. Because I mean, we only have a 3-minute and 21-second difference to like. We had to have been close to each other.
We were really close cosmically.
Safe to
Yeah.
say within minutes.
At least,
I mean,
at least 3 minutes. Okay, Chris.
Oh.
God damn it. Just to let y'all know, that's from a look up orcs with normal voices. If you want to know what that is
you
from.
won't regret it.
Sermon.
Do it.
You want to go ahead and give it a quick pause?
Okay.
Pause the podcast, jump over, listen to orcs
We won't
talking
judge
with
you.
normal voices. Then get back, and all the will make a lot more sense.
BT Bam.
Okay,
Tommy.
Chris, House Organ, lay it down for me.
8.3.
8.3. You got thoughts about it?
It's
About the same.
fun, yeah.
Just little guy in between. Because Condemned is pretty long, isn't it?
9, I think.
Yeah, and then Yellow Eyes is another long song, so it's kind of
Yeah, it is.
it gets kind of smushed in the middle of just a lot of stuff. That brings us to Yellow Eyes. This is a song.
Yeah.
The only okay, I'll start off. Let's get it out of the way. The whole way he does the yellow thing. I just no, not that. The
It's
you said my making fun of it was bad, Zach.
But I said the nasally way that you said
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me because I didn't mind this song personally.
no,
It
that's
wasn't bad.
that's why I want to get. We're
I
getting
don't
this
really
out of the
mind
way.
the yellow thing. Like the whole yellow part doesn't bother me either. Like yeah, it's super different.
It's just crazy how that one part that I mean probably doesn't account for 15 seconds the whole song.
Yeah, and
it
it-
turns me off so much.
See, the first time I heard it, well, I had already seen it in meme form. I see it because the people on the BT Bam group
They
were
meme about the
posting the
yellow eyes.
memes.
They're ruthless.
A
And
lot.
I saw that and I'm like, I don't get it. And then I finally listened to it. I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
And at first, like, it didn't bug me, but the more I listened to this EP album, whatever you want to call it, I was like, yeah, I don't like that.
No.
And then it gets to that part where he's like, and I'm like, and it reminds me of the fantasies, but like you said, not as good.
Not as good.
You know,
It's like they heard the fantasies and wanted to mimic them.
They had to.
And
There's no
didn't.
other way.
but other than that, this song starts off like really strong. It's got some really strong chonky moments.
Yes.
It's heavy as hell.
There's a couple good breakdowns.
Yeah.
It slows down about 4.5 minutes in, and it's really, really cool. There's a solo.
Yeah, I like the solo at the
Really
end.
cool solo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still give it an 8.8. I really
That's-
when I like I said, I had to go through it and say, just
Ignore.
ignore. if you didn't do that, how much would you like it? And I like it quite a
Right.
bit. And then it's like, but also that part's so bad that
Yeah.
I landed at 8.8. I still like Yellow Eyes. I don't like Tommy. I'm not about the yellow yelling. It's dumb. Dongo.
It's dumb.
You're
Well-
trying to give us your breakdown.
Yeah, what I'm trying to break down in my head what I'm gonna score this because I'm split between going like 7.5 or hopping up into the like 8.5 territory. It's a range, man.
Go
What's your
with your
opinion?
gut.
Juggle the thoughts.
Let's just go 8.
Go
Middle,
8.
middle of the road for that, you know?
Happy medium. Yeah.
Chris.
8.
8.
No extra comments.
That's totally okay. Zachary.
I'll go ahead and give it an 8.5.
That's healthy.
You know, yeah. Again, the whole yellow eyes thing. Yeah, it's super weird and awkward, and it's not what I think of BT Bam. But I mean, I enjoyed the song.
My this sets with me when I was looking at my scores. It was Coma, fucking Parallax 1, and Alaska. Those were where I was looking at scores. Like, dude, how much do I like these compared to these songs? None of them were really up in colors. Great Misdirect, Parallax 2 territory.
Yeah.
But, I think generally I landed liking most of the songs a little more than Coma, but not quite as much as some of the best of Alaska and Parallax 1.
Yep, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Not to get super ahead of ourselves or myself here. I have a really hard time listening to just Automata 1. I have a really hard time just listening to Automata 2. These albums need to be listened to together.
Yeah.
Otherwise you just get fucking sick of the songs.
I would agree.
There's also I wasn't able to do this, so I apologize for being a shitty host. I went through and broke down because lyrically the songs aren't all in the right order. So there's another order you can listen to them in. I didn't quite do that. It's something in the ballpark of this here. Millions, Blot, Condemned, House Organ, Yellow Eyes, Glide, Proverbial Bellow, Grid. That's
Where's Voice of Trespass?
Voice of Trespass is it's not part of the story. It just explains who the company is.
Oh, it's kind of like Fossil Genera, where it's
so
like,
you can just kind of
Yeah.
you could throw Voice of Trespass
okay,
wherever you want, really.
Yeah.
Maybe Millions starts, then Voice, then Blot. That's probably what I would say.
Just to kind of get a
Interesting.
bigger picture.
Millions would be a really cool first song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. I like Millions a lot. Okay. Where are we at? Brett, Yellow Eyes. What do you think? Besides the yellow.
I really tried to get past it. I really tried, and I would catch my like first 4 minutes. I'm like, all right, digging it, and then it happens, and I just
nope.
I get past that 30 seconds, and then I start. Okay, I'm back. I'm digging it. And then 4 minutes later, and it kills it for me. I couldn't get past it. It is a 7.
Ooh, goodness, we're down there.
It's
Good.
still I still like multiple parts, especially the solo. So I couldn't go lower than that, but yeah, I had to give it a 7.
Brett, that's the lowest you've rated since Goodbye to Everything.
Ooh.
And it is one of your lowest rated songs ever.
Yup. It's down there.
Just wait.
Oh shit.
Oh, goodness. That's funny. All right. That brings us to Millions.
You want to start this off, Brett?
I've
That's a joke.
never been more bored with a BT Bam song.
Wow.
A full song from them, I've never been more bored.
Interesting.
Like I groove through Yellow Eyes, even though that part pisses me off. Then I get to Millions, and I just find myself just wandering in thought, and it doesn't catch my attention at all. I've never been more bored with a full BT Bam song.
I love it for all those reasons.
Yeah,
I love it for all those reasons. That it's different, it's weird, it's not a whole lot of up and down. It's really kind of,
it's the same riff.
It feels like
There's
you're just,
there's 3 riffs over and over,
and I really like it.
I like it because it's just chill. It's a really
Yeah.
pretty, chill song.
it doesn't fit for me.
So what'd you rate it, Brett?
I gave it a 5.
Ooh! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I gave it a 5. He said he's scared about how he's going to rate this song. This song in
And I even
particular?
bumped it up.
I bumped mine down from a 10 to
I bumped
a
it.
9.5.
I bumped it up.
I gave it a 10, and then I as I started rating other songs, I was like, let's fucking pump the brakes on this. And then I went back and looked at some other albums. I'm like, because I wanted to give it a 10, and just because like I think it was the second single after Condemned, and I don't know, I was excited that matched with Condemned. I was like, this is gonna be an album that has the best of both worlds.
I can see
I
that.
don't end up thinking that ultimately. Chris,
9 1/4.
9 1/4. It's a fun ditty. Dick,
9.
Zachary,
Yeah, I think I threw it a 9 as well. We'll do a 9. We'll do 9. That's fine.
this one's
Very
this one did
even.
not tickle Brat.
Don't like
No,
it.
not at all.
What is?
Do not like it.
Next, we've got an interlude, Gold Distance. It's really short, like a minute and a half or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat though. The first
Kind of groovy.
the first 20 seconds or so, I'm like, I don't know how much I'm gonna like this, and then it gets really ethereal and kind of airy, and
Yeah.
Genius.com doesn't have any lyrics for it.
yeah, it's
Thank you.
Fuck out of here,
Captain
Dick.
Obvious.
Why did you say that?
Because it has an option to go to it.
Oh my god.
So I'm just like, okay, maybe there's something hidden here. Nope.
Nope,
Just says
nothing.
instrumental. Cool.
Wow.
I didn't hear them
Thanks.
say that once.
Never heard that.
Didn't say
Is it in
Irish.
parentheses? Is instrumental in
Let
parentheses?
me check. I think it.
It better be.
Because if it's not, then they're
No, it's in brackets.
We need to go listen again.
okay.
So that was a fucking lie.
Just fucking 47 seconds in.
Just like the faintest whisper.
Just fucking barely
Just to troll people.
there. Okay, I gave it 8.7. It's a fun little bit. Cool. I don't skip it.
I do.
Chris,
7 3/4. Like you said, it's fun, it's cool, but
there's not much to it.
yeah.
Brett, tell me about it, bud.
I wish it was just part of Blot.
Sure.
I wish it was just the first minute of Blot.
Yeah.
It does get kind of a little ethereal, like you said. But I found myself skipping it because I wanted to get to Blot that minute quicker.
The intro to Blot's really cool.
It is.
Mhm.
Yes.
4.5.
Good lord.
I don't like it.
Okay. Zach.
You don't like I don't like fine, Zach.
Moving on as fast as possible.
Would you like to go into it more?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing to go into more. Like there's
You're
nothing.
right. It's real short. There's not much to talk about.
It doesn't compare to any other instrumental break that BT Bam's ever done. I get that it's weird and different, but it 100% feels like this was Tommy saying, I'm doing this and you guys aren't telling me no.
You have strong feelings about
I do.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I love Thomas.
Zachary.
Yeah, I like this better. I mean, I like this better than House Organ, quite frankly. 8.25.
8.25?
Better than House Organ?
How? It's an actual. House Organ's an actual song.
House Organ did nothing for me.
It's
Like I said, I had no sub. In my opinion, it didn't. There was nothing there,
Okay, man.
There's literally nothing in the song except for a minute of sound. Like, of,
Yeah. and that was better than House Organ.
Sometimes that's what music is, bro. It's just fucking, it's just sound, bro.
I think I'm reevaluating our entire friendship, Zach.
I'm with you, Brett.
That's cool.
If ever there was a time, I'm with you. I'm with you. Like the song
Hey.
should have been part of Blot.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Sure. I mean,
It should have been part of Blot. It's honestly, if we're gonna rank them all of the BT Bam instrumentals or interludes, this is probably the weakest one, in my opinion. So I'm gonna drop a 5 on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, man. That brings us to the song that apparently you guys really want to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Kinda. Not yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I'd rather talk about it than Gold Distance.
Dick, why don't you lead the charge on this?
I really dig like the Middle Eastern or Egyptian feel in the beginning. That the bow down, 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 like that's really cool. But then like like we did with Yellow Eyes, I'm just gonna get the part out of the way that I fucking hate, and
Do
it's that lead part that
The one
Paul
that I like.
plays.
The one that
Yeah,
I really like.
and it's also like Middle Eastern or Egyptian feeling, and you know, yeah. But it's not exactly what he's playing. It's the tone of the guitar that's being
That's what
recorded, and it reminds me of Famine Wolf, like I said earlier. and it grates on my ears, and I hate it. But other than that, this song is just a unit.
And he hits that riff
It
twice.
is. There's quite a bit there.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm gonna give this song an 8.5.
8.5. That's kind, comparatively. I give it a 9.5. It's another one that I dropped down from a 10. I think it's probably the best song on the album. I like the chorus a lot. The exploring the escape.
I was gonna
I
say
like that a
too.
lot.
Yeah.
I've got some things in my notes like that gave me some Coma Ecliptic feels. Like the way he came into it and he did his vocals and stuff, it sounded like how he did certain parts of his cleans on Coma.
It gave me really happy feels. It does the same kind of I think Proverbial Bellow has a really sick chorus too. He's got some good choruses in
Yeah.
these two
It's
albums.
really the album that has the most like repeated lines.
Feels like it.
Yeah. It's probably true in my opinion.
It slows down near the end, the part where he says, "I won't remember me, I won't remember us, I won't remember him."
Mm-hmm.
I really, really, really like that. It built up, and it could do something White Walls-esque,
Yeah.
and then they just fucking drop the ball.
That's where
Drop it.
I
Like
wanted
he's
something
building
more.
up nice and slow, and he's saying something really cool like this, and you're like, "Oh man, this is gonna rock!" And then it does not.
Yeah.
After that man part though, the last like 2 minutes of the song is really, really cool, but still lacks a solo.
Yeah. That is my biggest complaint.
But yeah, I fucking, yeah. They made some interesting musical choices when writing the songs. like that part right there, like I feel like you should have done something just more powerful, and you just fucking dropped it. And I don't mean that as not just drop the ball, like they just kind of like they just drop it down and they just kind of do one of these, like just kind of or something. It's something not fucking epic at all. After
Anticlimactic.
everything you built up in this song, that's what you did.
Especially for being the last song on this part
It's
of the
not
album.
kosher.
It ain't good.
Not kosher at all.
Brett, what do you rate this one?
I gave it a 9. I really like this song a lot. I love Paul's sexy riff, as I call it.
It's sexy.
Well, as
I
I
like
always say,
how-
you're entitled to be wrong.
Yeah, well, we finally agreed on something with Gold Distance, so I'll give our friendship that at least. I love how in the lyrics they have the voice of trespass part, which really made me think of Parallax 2 and how they wrote that, and even the sound of that song. Like you can definitely tell when it breaks into that part that is a different part of the story. Like there's a different character talking or something like that. So I really enjoyed it. That, like I said, gave me when he's saying exploring the escape, it definitely gave me some Coma feels. So
A really cool guitar riff on that part too.
mm-hmm.
Like, really good. Where are we at, Chris?
I agree with you. That a 9.5. Fun song.
It's a unit.
Yeah.
It is a unit fair share.
Yeah, it's there. I think Nick said it best. Like right where you think something big is about to happen, it's just about to fucking, just drop the, but they drop it
the
instead.
fucking
Instead
hammer.
of dropping the beat, like fucking doing it, they just dropped off. I wanted something more right there. So that's why I
There's
can only
just
give
one
it a
word for it,
9.1.
boys.
Can only give it a 9.1
Flaccid.
because
What
of
I want to
that.
know is, did they write both parts at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Never
So, I
gone
mean,
from half
maybe-
mast to flaccid so fast.
I mean, maybe I mean, obviously this wasn't supposed to be the end, so it's
Yes, and I understand that. But looking at it, just an album by itself, I suppose.
yeah.
I mean, I don't
But
know,
it's not
that's-
supposed to be looked at as an album by itself.
I understand. So give it a 9.1.
I mean, I'm not.
9.1.
Yeah, it's healthy. I wish
I'm
there
just
was
trying
more.
to understand, like, maybe defend it for not being a absolute fucking slammer at the end of an album,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fine.
or having all these parts that build up to nothing, like maybe there's a purpose behind it that we're just not seeing.
You know?
Because I mean, it goes from blah. If you're gonna go from Automata 1 to 2, it goes from blot to fucking proverbial bellow,
Yeah.
which we're not going to get into that right now. That's for
So
next
we
week.
can argue. So I mean, it should be one album. Is what it should be
It should be.
Yes.
for sure.
I
Yes.
100% think it should be
I
all
definitely
one.
agree with that.
100%.
Yeah, I think I would probably have to reassess my scores
I feel
if I
like-
viewed it as one album, or if it was just one album.
That's how I
That would be
that's how I
interesting.
rated it. I rated it as separate albums. I thought that's what you were saying, but you were
No,
talking
yeah.
about I did as one.
Well, for the longest time, I listened to both of these back to back, and then we decided we were gonna. We had some scheduling issues with this episode, so we were gonna do only the first part like last week, and then we didn't do it, and this is a little behind the scenes. But so I stopped listening to the whole thing, and I started listening to just the EP. And I was like, eh. It was hard. It was very hard, especially with the length it's at.
was hard at
You
times.
get a lot of listens in.
I found myself going back to listen to like Silent Circus.
I haven't
I
listened
listened
to
I listened to this like once or twice through, and then I would listen to Silent Circus, then I'd listen to this again, and then
I found myself listening
then
to
I'd go
Colors.
back to listen to the self-titled. I wanted to go back to the old stuff.
I dropped back to Colors
Yeah.
for like a day or two.
I keep going back to Parallax 1.
Yeah.
Just that short little EP in particular. Just see, and that's maybe I don't know. I'm comparing it in my head subconsciously, maybe to Parallax Part 1, because Part 1 by itself is good. You know,
Oh yeah,
you can have one without two and be perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes of just bangers.
Mm-hmm.
Parallax one.
Yeah. Great. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Got a decent score, a little less than Coma. It's it stacks up pretty well compared to everything else.
Yeah.
Comparatively with the scores,
Comparatively.
8.17. I ranked this one the highest with a 9. Brett ranked it lowest with the 6.9. AO.
But still, even
Nice.
thinking of it as a whole, like a 7 for an album out of 10, like that's still
That's so great.
yeah. I can still listen to the
It's
whole
a C.
album.
It's a solid C.
I can still listen to the whole album. It's just I love the beginning and I love the ending. And
Yeah, there's
there's a
nothing wrong
lot
with
in
that.
between I don't like.
All right. Well,
Cool.
thank you guys for getting over here and rocking this one out. We've
Yeah.
got one more album,
Yes.
Automata 2. Then we'll have a little wrap-up episode where we'll reflect on all the decisions we've made, and we'll dive into the covers album a little bit too. We won't necessarily rank them, but we'll talk about them and
Yeah.
Talk about which ones we like the most.
Yeah. So
Cool. Well, thanks for
Awesome.
having us.
absolutely, anytime. Excited to think about what's next on the list. We got like 25 bands on the list
Yeah.
that,
Oh, damn.
that we're all considering. So it'll be fun putting together the next one. It's been fun doing this one with y'all. So thank you for tuning in week after week to see how we rank between the Buried and me. It's been fun. It's been fun.
Oh, yeah.
We still got a little more distance on this train though. So we will see you next time for Automata 2 on another episode of Rank 'em All Between the Buried and Me edition.
Thank you.
Rank